Welcome to Courtside with Coach Coleman. I'm Gavin Dugas. Thank you for joining us today, Coach.
Thanks, Gavin.
So the Tours went undefeated last week in district play. Can you tell us what the key to success has been for the team?
Yeah, the key to success for us has been defense. It all started on the defensive end of the floor in both of the wins last week. First of all, with Lafayette, we were fortunate enough to hold those guys to single digits in in all four quarters. We held them to under 9 points in all four quarters. Held them to under 30 points for the entire game. That's an incredible feat. At the 5A level in league play, for our guys to execute defensively as well as what they did, it was very impressive. Definitely gained the respect of all the coaches in our league, and definitely from me as well to our players. So again, it started on the defense end of the floor. It's got to the point where a lot of teams have tried to game plan to try and pull us out of our pack line man-to-man defense. Lafayette came in. That's a lot of respect for our players. They came in and tried to pull it out and almost play a stall game from the very tip. Dawson Artigo has led us in scoring for the last several games. He's a senior that has a sense of urgency right now and is playing his best basketball of the season, possibly of his career. Cole Navarre recorded a double-double with double-digit rebounds and points for us in that Lafayette game. Landon Trahan went perfect from the three-point line, 100% from the free throw line, scored all four of his threes. And so that game was a big milestone for our players in our program. The two previous seasons, Lafayette had beat us by an average of over 50 points. And Dawson Artigo's senior season, for him to turn that around from a 50-point deficit last year to a double-digit win this year says a lot about their hard work over the summer and preseason and into our season. Moving into Friday's game against Comeaux, same thing, just defensively, great team effort. We held those guys to a total of 12 points in the entire first half. Again, these are 5A athletes that we're doing a defensive job holding them to those low point totals. I can't say enough about our guys and the execution they're doing defensively. Offensively, played a great game. They tried to speed the game up in the second half, and our guys executed very well offensively as well and put up a big number on the offensive side. They had a little bit of distraction and adversity to go through in that game, and so want to commend our guys on how well they stayed focused and how inspired they played in that game. And so Friday night was a lot of fun to see how well they executed in that game.
So how did the Tours do on Monday night against Barbe?
We had a huge game against Barbe at the Legacy Center on McNeese's campus. Great experience for our players. They got to play in a Division I in what I believe to be one of the nicest facilities in the South. It is a brand new facility that McNeese has there, and just was a great experience. Barbe did a great job of hosting us over there. Was an incredible game. I mean, it was punch and counter punch. There was at one point 12 points scored within 30 seconds. There were quadruple threes hit back and forth. We hit a three, Cole Navarre hit a three from the top of the key, and they came down and answered that with a three, and it was back and forth. If you paid money to go see that game, you got your money's worth. Two really good teams going at it. We jumped out to an early lead against Barbe and really controlled the first half. Got ourselves in some foul trouble, and Barbe did a good job of making a run at us right before halftime to take a small margin, small lead going into halftime. We came out, got down by as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter, and to our guys' credit, made a few in-game adjustments and just battled back and gave ourselves two opportunities with under a minute to take the lead. And so guys showed a lot of fight. We learned a lot about ourselves within that game. I feel like we're better now, having been in that type of game. Chances are we'll get another shot at them, possibly in our district tournament that'll be next week, or even in the playoffs. It looks like it's lining up to where we could see that team again, possibly at the Legacy Center again, and so we'd be very much looking forward to that game.
So what's upcoming for the team?
We have Acadiana on Friday night at home. We would love it for our student body and for our community to come out and support our guys Friday night. We feel like they are playing a great brand of basketball right now, something that's really enjoyable, fun to watch, something for our student body to get behind as we represent them. But we have Acadiana Friday night, very talented, shoot the ball incredibly well. But we feel like we have some advantages and some mismatches for those guys. that is going to make it difficult for them to defend us. And so Friday night at home, our girls will play at 6. We will honor our seniors prior to our game. Philippe and Dawson both will be honored just prior to our game against Acadiana. And after that one, depending on how that game goes, we will be seeded into our district tournament on next Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. It'll be a 3-game guarantee, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and it's going to determine our district champion. So we still have all of our goals intact. We have an opportunity to go win 3 games in that district tournament that could lead to a district title for us moving into the playoffs. And so we have solidified our spot into the playoffs. Just whether or not it'll be a home playoff game or going on the road in the first round will be determined by these next 4 games that we have coming up. So exciting times for our program, and just looking forward to the next one. That's the most important one to us right now, is Acadiana on Friday.
So who's our player spotlight of the week?
Yeah, we actually want to recognize 2 of our players this week. The first one being Wes Navarre. Wes Navarre has been one of the best teammates, does the best job of modeling what it means to be a teammate. Anything that needs to be done, he's the first guy to volunteer to go do it. He has done an outstanding job on scout team over the last several weeks, preparing us for the games. And so on top of all those things, he has maintained an honor status in the classroom. And so the next young man, same thing, all A's, 1B. This past 9 weeks was Xavier Trent. Xavier Trent gained the admiration and respect of his coaches and teammates. He has been dealing with a thumb injury that has kept him out for nearly a month now. During that time, he has worked himself incredibly hard to stay in shape, to work his offhand, and to be ready to come back once he was injury-free. And he's done just that and has stepped on the floor and made immediate impact. Helped us win our last 3 games. And so Xavier Trent and Wes Navarre, more than worthy of our recognition for this week.
So does the team want to recognize a teacher?
We do. The boys have selected Coach Clancy Benton. In addition to the job that he does in the classroom, Coach Benton is our strength and conditioning coach. He also is strength and conditioning coach for the volleyball team and a few other programs. Coach Benton is as knowledgeable in his area of expertise as any coach I've ever been around. He does a great job of keeping our guys healthy, the injury prevention, keeping our guys, the strength training, trying to negate the athleticism maybe some of the other teams in our district have, kind of evening that playing field. And that's becoming very obvious as we're in year 3 of his program at this point. We are definitely evening that playing field in the athleticism department. And so he helps us win ball games. And so our guys wanted to recognize him as our teacher spotlight.
Well, that's all the questions we have for you this week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Gavin.
That's all for now. We'll catch you next week.